Hi, are you fed up with the restrictive nature of some of the diets you've been on? You just have to eat boring foods just to lose weight? In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the delicious foods that you can eat on a low-carb, ketogenic diet. And guess what? You don't even have to count calories or look at your portion size. I'll see you on the other side. Hi, Ken here, the L.E.A.N MindBody Coach. In this video, I'm going to speak about what you can eat on a low-carb, ketogenic diet. Following on from my last video entitled Why We Get Fat, I got so many great comments back from that video and it stirred up a lot of conversation. And that was the biggest question that came back. What can I eat on a low-carb diet? In fact, it's the question that always comes up whenever I deliver a workshop on low-carb, ketogenic eating. So I hope this video will just give you a brief overview of what you can eat and actually what I eat on a low-carb diet. So on a low-carb diet, we aim to eat things that are sugar-free, wheat-free, and the benefit of eating food that is wheat-free, you also eat food that is gluten-free. Gluten is another destructive food substance that we're eating too much about, but another time on gluten. Now, you can eat any meat or fish. That's any meat or fish. If you enjoy eating meat, you can eat your lamb, you can eat your chicken, you can eat your oxtail. I love oxtail. I eat that very often. That's a great meat to eat on a low-carb diet. So you can eat any meat, okay? You can eat leafy green vegetables. And when I talk about leafy green vegetables, I'm talking about the cauliflower, I'm talking about the spinach, I'm talking about the kale. These are rich vitamins here. But the great thing about the leafy green vegetables is that is where you will get your carb intake from. On a low carb diet, we aim to get our carb intake strictly from leafy green vegetables. Now, you have different types of vegetables, and in a sense you have low carb vegetables and you have vegetables that have a higher content. You know, we kind of differentiate them between vegetables that go below ground and vegetables that grow above ground. Vegetables that go below the ground seem to have a higher carb content than vegetables that grow above the ground. So we seek to eat vegetables that grow above the ground, as I said, like cauliflower and kale. Vegetables that grow below the ground are like potatoes and carrots. They still can be classed as vegetables, but they have a higher carb content. Well, especially potatoes. Even onions are below the ground, but you know, we do eat that. But you have to be very, very careful when you eat vegetables that are below the ground because they have a higher carb content. So what can you drink? Well, you can drink water, you can drink coffee and tea, and that's any kind of herbal tea. I actually love drinking a drink called kombucha. Kombucha is a fantastic drink. If you do drink kombucha, I say look at the labels, because some of the ones where they are flavored have a little bit more of a sugar content than the original ones. But kombucha is another drink you can have often. So that's what you can eat and what you can drink. So what can you have for breakfast? Well, fantastic. I mean, the great thing about a low carb diet is I really don't feel I'm missing out. All I'm really missing out on is rice and potato. But look, for breakfast, well, let me show you what I had for breakfast this morning. As you can see, look, I had ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling. This was my Sunday morning breakfast today. Does it look like I'm missing out? But if you don't want to have ackee and saltfish, you can have bacon, eggs, and you can even have sausage. You can enjoy a real fry up for breakfast, and don't worry about eggs and cholesterol. The cholesterol you eat in the eggs will not affect your body in any way, or even the fat. A lot of people talk about the fat in eggs. So you can have a good fry up, so you don't have to miss out on your favorite things for breakfast. The only thing you would have to avoid, obviously, is the bread and the bagels for breakfast. Now, on a low carb diet, we kind of eat the similar things for lunch and dinner. So whatever you eat for lunch, you can eat for dinner. It may not be as heavy, but for dinner, I'll eat oxtail, as I said to you, I'll have it with cauliflower rice. In fact, let me show you some of the things which I actually have made myself and I've enjoyed and I've had for dinner. This dish here is paella. It's a seafood paella made with cauliflower rice. Absolutely wonderful. This is curry goat. I make curry goat often. I really love curry goat. Look, this other dish here is jerk chicken. I love jerk chicken. In fact, I actually made my own jerk sauce. And that's the meat. Now, how about cakes? Well, I also bake my own bread. As you can see, this is the bread I make. I've made cakes also. I've made bagels. I've even made low carb cheesecake that I can have as a dessert and a beautiful chocolate cake. Now, I just hope this brief video has given you an idea of what you can eat on a low carb diet and how you don't have to deprive yourself. And I have eaten all the things discussed in this video and I still continued to lose and drop the weight. So a low carb diet, in my opinion, is not restrictive in any way. In fact, I describe the foods I eat on a low carb diet as finger licking, low carb cooking. And everything you've seen in this video and many more I have the recipes for in my meal plan, which I'll be releasing incredibly soon, around about the same time I release my book. Yeah, let me just remind you about the book that's coming out hopefully in February, which is called L.E.A.N Keto, which will go over this in a lot more detail, things you can eat, and it will also include some recipes that you can try out yourself. So I hope this video has kind of opened your eyes to the wonderful plethora of food that you can eat on a low carb diet and lose weight and become healthier at the same time. That's all for now. All I'd like to say to you is remember, make health your habit. Bye for now.